High school in anime is just like high school in real life. It's full of drama, action, crazy teachers, and a whole lot of excitement. This video includes some of the best high school anime where the main character surprises everyone with his powers. This may not be the most popular genre of Japanese animation, but all of these shows are worth checking out if you're looking for something new to watch. So welcome back to Animeology, and today we will show you the top 10 school anime where the main character surprises everyone with his power. Before we begin, be sure to drop a like and subscribe down below for more anime top 10s. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Starting off our list at number 10, Myriad Colors Phantom World. This anime is set in a futuristic world, a possible utopia. Although we both know all things that seem perfect actually aren't. In this world, an experimental virus has been accidentally released and has caused worldwide panic. Sounds a lot like 2020, strangely enough, huh? The virus has affected humans in such a way that it messed with their brains, changing the biological brain chemistry. The consequence of the virus is this new ability to imagine beings out of our world, so-called extra-dimensional phantoms that are going around attacking innocent people. The story of this anime is centered around a boy called Haruhiko Ichijo and his friends, who also have powers, in the phantom hunting club of a private school for those children that possess the supernatural abilities. The school is called Hosea Academy, and in the anime, we follow those selected individuals throughout their journey as they face different phantoms. Each episode has an individual storyline since they face a different phantom each time, but the episodes connect to each other, and there are actually parallel storylines, one for each episode and one for the overall story of the anime. Up next at number 9, we have The Misfit of Demon King Academy.
それとも全く同じ性格、記憶、体を持っただけの別人なのか。さてお前はどっちだと思う?
The Demon King Academy is packed with action and a witty sense of humor as displayed by the main character, Anos Voldegord. The main storyline is based on a demon king who was a worshipped tyrant and wiped out many gods and men alike over the years. He was reincarnated 2,000 years later. The Demon King Anos Voldegord is introduced to us as a man who eradicated the entire human race, burned down the spirit forest, and even destroyed the gods. The main protagonist, Anos, is a reincarnated demon king who existed 2,000 years prior to the start of the series. He shows characteristics of being calm, ruthless, powerful, and filled to the brim with confidence. The Academy believed that the Demon King would be reborn among the nobles of the realm, also known as the members of the Generation of Chaos, but instead he was born into a family of commoners. This is why the main character is labeled a misfit. This made people feel that he was not the reincarnated great dictatorial tyrant that he claimed to be. Anos Voldegord's strength can be seen throughout the first episode, with the display of his strength in the entrance exam. Moving on to number 8, we have Twin Star Exorcist. A place called Magano is a parallel realm filled with monsters that are known as Kegare. Exorcists are the ones who deal with all of the impurities. A girl named Benio Adashino is a prodigy exorcist who is recognized for her strength and is summoned by a group called the Exorcist Union. On her way there, she meets a boy named Rokuro Enmado, who's a young exorcist with a troubled past. The impurities of Magano do not rest, and so when these two exorcists find a couple of children who are stolen by a Kagare, Benio then rushes to save them, which of course drags Rokuro with her, and it was tough enough where Rokuro ends up saving Benio. Rokuro is revealing himself capable of being Benio's rival in talent. It's very hard to put this into words, but this anime was very easy to fall in love with, and will be very hard to forget. One of the things that really stands out to me is the animation. Number 7, 07 Ghost. At number 7, we have Taito Klein from 07 Ghost. Taito's childhood was rather happy and pure-hearted until the war broke out. His memories were erased and he was made a slave who will fight till the end. A 15-year-old boy who had to see so much in life. That's sad. Even though he had a sad past, he still wouldn't budge and decided not to show his emotions to anyone, as crying is of no use. During the exam, he showed extraordinary skills that are worth mentioning in this video. Taito's ability is called Xiphon, and he can manipulate this ability to surpass his limits. We have seen variations of his powers throughout the season, but his abilities separate him from the rest. At the academy, he became the top graduate of his class as his powers were unrivaled by any other student. Using his Xiphon, he can legit just destroy his enemies, or even make a shield that's strong enough to save a big number of people at the same time. Moreover, we've also seen him flying by using his Xiphon powers. In addition to this power, his hand-to-hand combat is strong enough to make everyone's jaw drop. He has killed many monsters using none but his own combat powers that leave everyone in shock. At number 6 on our list, we have Classroom Crisis. The plot of Classroom Crisis is set in a future where interplanetary space travel has become possible. A space aeronautics megacorporation named Kirishina Corps has opened an academy on Mars, and a specialized class in that academy named ATEC, or Advanced Technological Development Department Educational Development Class. This class contains especially talented students, spending part of their time in class and the other part of their time working to develop rocket engines. The story follows the members of the ATEC class and their progress on developing a new engine called the X2, while dealing with issues related to both being in high school and being company employees engineering rockets. The issues they will face include those stemmed from adolescence and those brought onto them from higher management. While the story of Classroom Crisis seems very simple at first, soon we get into dealing with more serious topics such as corporate propaganda, politics, vendettas, boardroom battles, and of course, romance. Moving on to number 5, we have Another. Another follows 15-year-old Koichi Sakakibara, whose mother died after childbirth and whose father is abroad on business. He's the new transfer student in a rural junior high school with a horrible secret. Of course, he gets assigned to the one classroom that is said to be cursed, and even though he's well versed in horror, Koichi is often seen reading Stephen King or John Saul, Koichi doesn't know what he's getting himself into. There are a lot of special rules he's supposed to follow but doesn't know about, and there's a quiet and weird girl with an eye patch whom both teachers and students seem to ignore, as if she's either invisible or a ghost. The first thing you'll notice is how Another is meticulously designed to create an ominous atmosphere that will crawl under your skin. The show plays with low lighting, deep shading, and forced perspective that makes the characters look isolated and smaller than their surroundings, and placing the camera in twisted positions to make the audience feel uneasy. Then there's the eerie music score, which builds a dark mood and a feeling of suspense throughout the entire show, feeling at home with the best of the horror movie soundtracks. Up next at number 4, we have World Trigger. World Trigger is a typical shonen series with its world-saving premise, battle-focused story arcs, and a hard-working protagonist motivated by friendship. It is also one of the mellowest shonen series in circulation, with friendly characters and a battle system that will almost never lead to death. What makes the World Trigger anime so great is its tactical team battles, realistic world building, and grounded character developments. The story of World Trigger is about an organization called Border that protects the Earth against various alien invaders known as neighbors. Though the premise is simple enough, it is very carefully set up so the world feels real. The series is a slow burn in the beginning, where each battle carefully introduces more information about the world, its unique weapon system, and power scaling. So, World Trigger is definitely one of my favorite new anime. It was rated number 5 on Forever World's Worst Anime of 2014 list, but it is obvious. Coming from someone who didn't read the manga, the anime is actually pretty good. The animation isn't top-notch, but it's not bad either. At number 3 on our list, we have 100.
これで終わりですわ。如月隼人。
100 series is a magical school anime that revolves around a weapon that can counter the mysterious savage life form attacking mankind. Hayato Kisaragi is a survivor of savage attacks. Successfully, he enrolls in the Marine Academy city ship Little Garden. During the process of his intense training for the battle ahead, he immediately attracts the interest of multiple females. Also, he gets drawn into a number of incidents as he tries to fight against the creatures that now live on Earth and threaten its safety. Ultimately, 100 is a generic action and harem anime. However, it stands out as a crowd pleaser due to its well-developed characters and the predictable love triangle between the main characters. The character design and great animation make the series fun and really entertaining. At number 2, we have Tokyo Ravens. Harutora from Tokyo Ravens is our number 3. He has a kind personality that everyone seems to love. However, he can sometimes be clueless as he fails to get the feelings of many girls that would fall for him, occasionally. In the anime, to make sure that Harutora lives a stable life, his father sealed away his powers at a very early stage, but this really made him suffer as he couldn't use his powers initially. Even at the most stressful times, when his friends were being defeated inside the academy, he would lose to the opponents. But at some point in the anime, he surprises everyone by awakening his powers. Afterwards, he deals with the Saishuku Temple single-handedly, which his friends were having problems with. As the story progressed, his knowledge about Imperial magic style increased, making him the most powerful character of the series. And finally at number 1, My Hero Academia. Itsuku Midoriya is one of those unfortunate few to be born without any superpowers, named quirks in their universe, in a world where that's the norm. This is particularly disheartening to the young Midoriya, due to his childhood wish to become a great superhero like his idol, All Might, considered to be the greatest hero alive. But knowing what kind of show this is, Midoriya is eventually selected by All Might himself to become his successor after a couple of fateful encounters lead one to encounter the other. And alongside childhood friend turned bully Katsuki Bakugo, Midoriya enrolls into a hero academy where he aims to become a pro hero, a professional and licensed hero. This is the basic premise of My Hero Academia, which is not the first anime to tackle the subject of what if humanity was suddenly filled with superhumans. My Hero Academia has a good promise. It's a touching, exciting, and heartwarming adventure with instantly likable characters regardless of how much time was given for them. Obviously, given its limited time, only a handful of characters were given the spotlight, but it's a good sign when you take a liking to so many characters with their own different quirks and personalities, not to mention instantly iconic designs that make them easy to recognize.